What's up, guys? This is Nick G with MuscleAndLife.com, and today we're just going to be talking about how to build a simple home gym that won't break the bank. I've been training at home personally since 2011 when I first found out that you kind of have to do squats and deadlifts and stuff like that to build the maximum amount of strength and muscle. I didn't have a gym near me at that time. I was living in upstate New York in a very rural area. The closest gym was 30 miles away, so I had to buy my own equipment and have been training at home ever since. So we're just going to do a quick tutorial on what you need to buy for a home gym and how to set it up. So the first thing that you're going to need is an area to set up your gym, okay? You're going to have a 7-foot barbell, 300 pounds of weight plates, a big rack, which you'll see in a second here, and a weight bench. And all that stuff's going to take up space. If you're like me and you have a family, you're probably going to need to have a dedicated room like I have now to put everything and work out effectively. If you're living on your own in like a 1-bedroom apartment or a small apartment and you don't care, you can put all this stuff in your living room because nobody's going to care but you. The second thing you're going to need once you have your dedicated area is flooring. So you're going to have either hardwood floor, linoleum, or some kind of tile because you need to be able to lift on a soft, stable surface. You can't, if you have like carpeting all throughout your house or your apartment, it's not really going to work very well because carpet's soft and it's going to make doing squats and deadlifts impossible because you're going to constantly be trying to balance yourself. The next thing that you're going to need, and this is the most important purchase you're going to have to make, is the power rack here. Come forward again. You can come forward if you have to. Is the power rack. So all a power rack is, it's a 4-sided rack that has adjustable hooks for the barbell and adjustable safety pins. So the most important feature of the power rack is the safety pins. What this does is it makes it safe for you to lift on your own at home because you're pretty much going to be lifting by yourself all the time like most people. So the safety pins in action, everything on the power rack, just so you know, it's all these holes here, it's adjustable for both the hooks and these pins. These just pop out. You can take them out, put them to the height that suits you. But where the power rack really saves you and is worth the investment is, let's say you're doing a set of heavy squats and you're not quite sure if you're going to make the set or not. So we'll pretend like we're doing our set here like normal. Okay? Go down, we get a couple reps in, and then on that third rep we go down and we can't quite make it back up. We can just go down, leave the bar there, and crawl out from under it. And that's all there is to it. You can also do the same thing with the bench press. You can adjust this down. You can bench press with inside the rack and set it to a height to where as soon as it touches your chest a little bit lower, it'll hit the bars and it'll just catch it for you, okay? The power rack is your most important piece, so I would not, if you're going to do this home gym thing, do not skimp, do not buy something cheap, $200 thing from Amazon. Spend money on this, okay? It needs to have at least 1,000-pound load. It should be like a commercial grade rack, to be honest. This one cost me about $700 back in 2011. It's made by the Power Tech company. I'll link all that to the article on MuscleAndLife.com. But yeah, this is super important that you buy a rack of quality that's going to last you. If you want to come over here, you can see that I've owned it for a while. You can film this, babe. You can see it's got some wear and tear and stuff, but this thing is going to last me for a lifetime. I've put it back together and taken it apart multiple times as I've moved throughout the years. And it's one of the best investments I've ever made. Alright, the next thing you're going to need is a barbell set. So we see our barbell here. This is the barbell that I got with my original York barbell set, which is over here in the corner. Your typical set is going to run you about $350 to $400 if you buy it brand new. But again, it's going to last you a lifetime and it's worth the purchase. And then with the barbell set, you're also going to want to buy one of these to put all your stuff on. This is a plate tree. These are only like $40. I've had this $40 one for like 7 years now. So that's to me just fine. It's just, a piece of metal that can hold up to 1,000 pounds of plates. You're going to want to buy the plate tree because it makes it just really convenient to store everything. Don't do what I did the first 2 years. I didn't buy one of these because I just wanted to be cheap. And I had my plates just lined up all over the rack and it was a mess and it was pretty dangerous. So definitely spend the money on the plate tree if you can. And then the last thing you're going to need, of course, to do everybody's favorite exercise is going to be the bench press. This bench, get a bench. Again, the bench that you get should be able to hold at least 1,000 pounds. This bench I've had for 7 years. It's okay. It's not like the greatest quality, but it gets the job done. I'm gonna upgrade to just a normal powerlifting bench here pretty soon, which is just usually made out of wood. It's not quite as fancy, but it lasts longer. This is on its last leg because I had to have it outside when I used to train outside for a period of time, and that really beat the hell out of it. The last thing is, you can see down here, you're gonna want to get some puzzle piece mats. Okay, so I put a mat. This just saves your flooring from getting dinged up from your lifting and from your equipment. I have a mat under my plate tree. I've got mats under my power rack so that doesn't scuff up the floor. And then when you do your when you have to bring your barbell out for your deadlifts and your rows, you're gonna want to get. I have extra ones in the closet here. You're just gonna want to set these down. And then I normally just take my barbell out. And then I set it somewhere, just in front of my rack. Just like that. And then I do my lifts, I do my deadlifts and whatever on there, and they just come down on the mats. When I'm done, I just put them back. So, and that's another point. When you're building your home gym, you're gonna want enough room to not only be in the rack and lift, but you're gonna want to be able to come out of the rack and do your floor exercises too, okay? So keep that in mind. You really need a decent amount of space to do this. If you don't have the space, you're gonna have to wait till you upgrade to a bigger place. You can train outside. You can have everything in the backyard, but unless you live somewhere like Los Angeles, where it's 75 and sunny every day, it's gonna be a real pain in the butt because the temperatures, it's all metal equipment, and the temperature is really gonna affect how hot your equipment is, how cold it is, and if it's raining, stuff like that, it's all gonna affect your workouts and make them not so fun. So I recommend training inside if you can. Yeah, so the total cost of all this equipment that you see in front of you was about $1,200 back in 2011. It's still that same price pretty much now. I've researched it. You can get some of this stuff cheaper if you buy local, but I wouldn't skimp. I'd really make sure you buy brand new quality equipment that's going to last you a lifetime. Yeah, but that's pretty much everything for building a home gym. It's really simple. You just need some bare essential stuff. You don't need to go crazy. I'm going to link everything plus a ton more content in the article at muscleandlife.com in the description of the video, so make sure you go check that out. And thanks for stopping by.